As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Build the Millennium Falcon. Sorry, FANHOME. Build the Millennium Falcon. In this video, we'll be completing issue 24 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, with every stage of the build comes with component parts and it comes with a magazine. These are the component parts for issue 24. So let's have a look at the magazine. There's a really good shot of the model there. As you can see, Mon Calamari Star Cruiser. Oh yeah, we know this guy. It's a trap. Yeah, we know this guy very well. Yeah, I'll have a good look through this magazine. So these are all the components that come in this stage, and looks like we're going to be working on the frame. Step-by-step instructions. We're going to be doing a lot more framework, and I think we're going to be test fitting. We're going to be test fitting the outer hull plating. I'm not sure if we're going to screw them in place at this juncture. I'm not sure. So yeah. Okay. So what I always like to do is like to check that we've got everything here. Everything that says we've got here, we've got here. So I'm just going to open up the components, although they don't always tie like that. So let's just empty this bag. So we've got some hull frame in here. We've got a piece of the outer hull, the plating with obviously you can see there like a scorch damage there, and we've got screws. So we've got brass screws, we've got black screws, we've got silver screws, and we've got some connectors. We've got a 4 connector, but it fell on the floor. I felt it. Let me just see if I can pick it up. It fell on the, it bounced off my leg. I felt it bounce off my leg and fall on the floor, but it's fine. I'll find it afterwards. I don't know where it went. So okay, let's move that one out of the way. And there's a like a rib connector there as well, which is in this bag. So I'm just going to put the screws and things away. So now we've got two lots of brass screws. We've got longer ones and shorter ones. I'm just checking which ones these are. These look like the longer ones. Yeah. Just going to get them in. I think the bags are sealed actually. We just snip the end off. Keep everything organised. That's the brass screws. We've got the silver ones. These little bag of silver ones here, which we've got plenty of already. Got black ones that we put the framing together with. And then we've got these. I've got this extra boxes, these dusset boxes, well not dusset boxes, so that we can keep all our connectors in place. So we get our 2-hole connectors in there. So we've got everything that it says we're supposed to have. Just move all these aside. Oh, we've got a 4-hole connector here. Yep. So I've got a little slot there for the 4-hole connectors. And we've got some more black screws. Because when I reordered stage 22, I did get all the components that came with that. So I was lucky that I was able to reorder because of the sprue that was missing, that I'd lost. I had tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it. So let's just pull the magazine, put the magazine aside. So we've got our screws, we've got our screwdriver, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. So I managed to locate it. I had a lot of framing work. So this is the BF22, and it goes here like that. Lines up with these two holes like that. So we need a couple of 2-hole connectors to put them together. So I'm going to get a couple of those out. See if I can zoom in a bit more. Like that. I can turn this around slightly, because this is the area we're concentrating on here. So I need some black screws. I'm gonna need 4 of them. Sorry, my phone went off there. So get my screwdriver out. So I'm going to put a screw into one part of the connector like that, and then that's got to go in here like there. You can see what I'm doing. Get this screw in. Make sure it's facing that way. Okay, do the same up here. I'm not going to tighten yet because I need to make sure they're lined up properly with these two holes. So we'll get a screw in this, in the second hole in the 2-hole connector, like that, and then we just line it up. That. Yeah, it seems to be going in. Tighten this one up. Get the final screw into the final 2-hole connector. Like that. I must say these screws are going in really well. Let's tighten this one up. There. That's these two pieces connected now. Let me just see if I can swing it around a bit more. Make some room. Swing it around like that. Because this goes on here, like that. Just checking which way around it goes. No, it goes this way. It goes that way like that. So we need a 4-hole connector and a 2-hole connector to connect those together. So we need some more black screws out. So the 4-hole connector goes up here and the 2-hole connector goes here. So I'm just going to put the screw in one of the holes. Like that. Well, like that there. And then it goes into the hole there. Putting it down on the mat, making sure it's lined up properly. So I'm going to start screwing it in, and then I'm going to move it. I'm going to move the 4-hole connector into position where it needs to go. Alright, so it needs to be positioned up there like that. Yeah, so it needs to be positioned like that, there. And then we get a 2-hole position, a 2-hole connector here, and put a screw in there as well. Like that. And that goes in this hole here. I think it's swung out. That goes in this hole here. So I'm just going to get it in the hole, and then I'm going to place it on the mat. Like that there. Before I fully tighten it, I'm just going to position it. There. That's that in place. Now we can put this in place. That goes here and here, like that. You know it's in the right position because there's a hole here, there's a hole above, and that's how you know you've got it on the right side. So this will fit together here and here, like that and that. So I just need a black screw, push through the hole here, like that, and just line it up. Like that. I'm going to loosely screw that in there until I get the other one in. See if we can just line this hole up. And we can tighten this one up. And then tighten this one up. And this one. And finally this one. So there, that's that tightened. So we get this piece, which is BF26, and this goes here, like that. Before we put that in place, we need another 2-hole connector. And we need to put that on BF20, which is this one here. Okay, so that goes on there. Push BF20 to the mat. Shall we get it in the hole there? I'm gonna do it from this angle first. Just need to make sure we're in the hole like that. And then I'm going to twist it round to the position where it's supposed to be, which is there. And then we need to connect these two pieces together. So we need another black screw on that side. I'm not going to tighten it until we've got the two connectors loosely fastened. Make sure they're lined up properly. Like that. In the hole, like that. I need to put my hand under as a brace. I'll tighten these two screws up now. seems to be a little bit loose. Sorry, I knocked the camera there. There, like that. And then we need to connect here. These two here in the 4-hole connectors. And loosely connect it until we've got them all. We've got all the screws in place. Give these a bit of a more tightened. There. That's the B26 in place there. So we've got to add a couple of 4-hole connectors and 2-hole connectors to B20. I think that's B26 there and B23 here. So we've got to put them there, there, and there. So I'm going to get 1 2-hole connector and 2 4-hole connectors out, like that. Get some more black screws out. So our first 4-hole connector goes here, like that. I'm going to put it in a little bit and then I'm going to position it to where it goes, which is there. So it sticks out like that there. And then I'm going to tighten it. Like that. And do the same with the second 4-hole connector. And that goes here, like that. I'm going to loosely place that in because I need to get the second screw in. which goes here. Just make sure with the light, there we go. You can hear it clicking when it's in the right place. Let's get the first one tightened. There we go. And then we've got to put a 2-hole connector here. A little bit fiddly to get that screw in the hole, but sometimes it pushes through and sometimes I have to screw it in place. We just give it a little bit of a, yeah, sometimes I have to screw it in place like that. And this goes there. It's a little bit fiddly, let me just hold it there, tighten it a little bit and then position it to where it needs to go. So it needs to turn out like that. Just hold it in position when I tighten it. Like that. We're going to add BF24, which is this one, and this one goes there, right there. So we need a couple of screws, a couple of black screws to get that into position as we are building our inner frame. To make sure we're lined. Let's do that again. Make sure that hole's lined up properly. Just loosely place that screw in there until we get this second one in, which goes here. You hear that crunch as it goes in the position it's supposed to go in. I'll tighten this first one up. Okay, I'm kind of getting quite a frame going on here. We get BF27, which is this one, and this sits here and it butts up against these two that we just put in, and it lines up with the 2 4-hole connectors. Get a couple more black screws. I just need to line it up like that. I'll loosely place that in there so that we can wiggle around if we need to the last screw. Which goes there. I'll tighten this one up now. There, that's the BF27 in place. So we need a couple of 2-hole connectors. oops, a couple of 2-hole connectors, because we've got to put one here and here, one on B26, BF20 and BF21. So get a couple of black screws out. So the first one goes in there on BF21, I do believe it is. Let's just line that up. I know, I need to hold it the other way around. I need to hold it this way around. Just use the screwdriver to guide the hole. There we're in. Like that. And then we need to spin it around so it points outwards like that. I need to hold it in place like that. Do the same here. Like that. Spin it around, hold it there, and use the screwdriver to guide it in. Like that. Just loosely screw it in so that you can turn it and position it, which it needs to go point upwards, like that there. Or even that way. Looks like it's going that way. So let's just tighten this up now. There, like that. And we bring in B28. B28 slots right in there, like that. So we need a couple of black screws. Just load a screw and a screwdriver. Get this lined up. Like that. Just going to loosely screw that in until we get the second one in. Which goes there. Tighten the first one up. Like that. That's B28 in place. And I forgot to do this one here. See this 4-hole connector? Need to connect B28 to that as well. Make sure we're lined up. like that. Got to add another 2-hole connector and a 4-hole connector to B24, B27. That's B27, that's B24. So a couple more black screws out. So the 4-hole connector goes here and the 2-hole connector goes here. So I'm going to start with the 4-hole connector. Yeah, that doesn't want to go in the hole. Let's just screw it in. There. So that wants to go there, like that. Nearly. Nope. Third time's a charm. It is quite fiddly. Quite fiddly. There. That's roughly where it needs to go. We just need to I need to hold it in place. I don't know if it's gone off camera. I just need to hold it with my finger in place. I think that's how it's going to be able to go in. Like that. Then we can put a screw in that side there, possibly in there as well, on 3 sides, which I think we can do. Yeah, that's in position. And then we get that in there. Yeah, this one doesn't want to go in. Yeah, it's in now, I think. Let's tighten these two up. I'm going to put a 2-hole connector in there. Like that there. And turn it around. We didn't get that in. Yeah, it can be quite fiddly. Right, let's spin it around. It's not in. I'm going to try and load the screwdriver if I can. Let me just, or maybe not, let me just see if I can just line it up on the hole like that. So it's on the hole. That's it there. We get this, which is BF25, and that goes here, like that, there. You need a couple of black screws to fit that in place. We're really building up a frame here now. The framework to the Falcon. So that slots in there like that. Yeah, it's not that easy because it's not on the mat. I'm trying to hold it in place. That's not going according to plan. I need to put my finger underneath it. Yeah. Same on this side. I need to put my finger underneath it just to brace it. So I put this rib together off camera because it is quite fiddly, and it goes here like that. So we need to get that into place. The radial rib. So we need to get some black screws. I probably need 3. Probably be quite fiddly to get together. So let's see. I'll need 4 screws actually. Work out which way around it goes. Like that. I just need to get 1 screw in just to stabilize it. Second one in. So we've got to put one in here and one at the bottom. So I'm going to do the bottom one next, so that it's all lined up. And then the final one in there, that middle part. And that gets our radial rib in place. Yeah, that's not going in. Hang on. There we go. That's our rib in place. We're going to get this BF29 that slides under here, fits in there and there, so it'll attach. It'll attach here and here. So we just need two more black screws. Let's just line it up. Probably do this side first. Actually, yeah, on the radial rib. I need to take that screw out because it's causing a problem. yeah, it's doesn't want to come out. Yeah, it's like it, I don't know, it's like it lives in there now. It doesn't want to come out, but hopefully it shouldn't cause a problem. As long as we get this hole lined up. Right. And then this screw, we'll get it in now. A little bit tricky. Let me see if I can get from this side. Yeah, it's not at the right angle, I'm thinking. Let's take that screw out. Take this one out. Take this one out, or loosen this one, I should say. I think that's lined up now. Let's push it up so you can see. Yeah, that's going in there. Let's put this screw back in. Screw back in there. Tighten these back up. There. Just to finish up, we've got this piece of the hull here, which is BP01, and on this last piece of spruce that we've got here, we've got to cut this off and attach it to this BP01. I'm just going to see how it, so we cut it, so it cuts here and it cuts at the bottom here, like that. There, that's our piece there that we need. So I'm just going to slide this frame around a little bit. So we turn this over and it goes here at the bottom. So there's a locating lug, and I'm just going to test fit it there, that way around, like that. That sits in there like that. So I'm just going to add some glue and glue that in place. Just checking this sprue. So that sprue's done now. We can slide up a bit more. I'm going to put some glue on this section. And here, like that. Line up the holes. Push it in place there. That. So that's that piece on there. You can test. We can actually test fit all the plate into it, but I'm not going to do that because we're not screwing them in place. So I'm going to wait until we're going to be screwing them in place before I put all the plates on. I've got them all in a safe place, which is here. So that completes, just put that piece on there, that completes stage 24 of the build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.